Hello and welcome to episode 7 of what I have been playing. Now, I realized we didn't actually have a video for 2 weeks. Now, I did say in the last episode I was going away, so we didn't get that video up for 2 weeks ago, but last week I was just too busy. But this week I have actually been playing and I finally finished Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories. Play through this, essentially, if you played Kingdom Hearts the original, this picks up directly after the end of that game. Now, it even says on the back here, card-based battle gameplay combat. Now, when I first heard that, and I remember a few people told me, card-based combat. I remember back in the day when I was younger, played the Pokemon trading card game, Yu-Gi-Oh games, where it's just, card-based. I thought it'd be cool, some card battles. It's really not like that at all. It's very strange. It's sort of the same combat as Kingdom Hearts, the original, but instead of being able to pull off combos and everything by just what you're doing, you have cards based on each attack. So, for instance, there is a, standard attack at level 7. Let's say your enemy uses an 8. If you both use it at the same time, your card's going to fail, you're going to get hit. And vice versa, and that's how it plays. Now, you only have a certain amount in your deck, and as you level up, you can make your deck capabilities bigger, so you have more cards, so you have more attacks and magical abilities before you have to reload. Now, when I mean reload, think of sort of, shuffling your deck sort of thing. You get access to most of your cards again, depending if they're premium or not, but then you keep attacking and then you eventually have to reload, etc, etc. I would have probably just liked standard combat. I know they probably had to rejig a lot of the game if they did that. But, not a huge fan of the combat. You do get used to it, but it's just kind of clunky. The story itself is... Now, again, I've only played the original and this, so when it comes to story in the future games, I'm not too sure. But they do sort of hint that this game is, at the end, it will be erased from your memory. So it is very much a throwaway. Now, I do think if you haven't played Kingdom Hearts, you should play this. I always think, playing the older games, you get to know the characters a bit more, you get to spend more time with them, really appreciate how the series evolves in time. So I do think it's good in that respect. So there's actually 2 playthroughs that I wasn't aware of, that there was a second one. So you go through Sora first. You're tackling mostly the same enemies, the same stories as you did in the original, so that can get a little repetitive. Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories also loves jumping the difficulty spike when it comes to boss battles. Your standard battles, which is sort of heartless, are pretty easy. Early bosses I found were pretty easy as well. Then sometimes they just throw in a boss that just completely has way more power than you would expect, and it really throws you. Now, they are able to be overcome, but it's just a little annoying. Couple that with the clunky card-based mechanics, it does get a little annoying. I probably would say I probably enjoyed the second playthrough a little bit more. You play as Riku, and you sort of get his story. As I will say during the story, they say the word darkness an insane amount. I'm not sure if there's an official counter online, but every sentence they're dropping the word darkness, and it's almost laughable at a point. I was sitting there, with my missus next to me, I was just like, listen to how much they say darkness, and it just constantly dropping. I know I'm sort of focusing on the negative points of the game, but it is fun overall. It just has some points that I don't think work too well, so I definitely do like the original a lot more than this one, just because of those issues. And I'm really not sure how much this game's actually going to be touched upon in future releases, so it may actually become even lower just because it is throwaway. Now, as I said, they hinted that you would just forget about it, so I hope that's not the case, and you actually do get something out of playing this game in comparison to the others. But we will find out as I make my way through the series. So, essentially, that's the main thing I've been playing. I have been, for those that don't know, I do play Pokemon Go probably at least once a day, just to jump on and, catch a few Pokemon. They had a community day over the weekend, went and did that. It's just a lot of fun, get you out and about. And there's a big community that still plays Pokemon Go. I know you get the people in comment sections like, who still plays this? But on community days, honestly, I was out and doing a raid. There was about 50, 60 people all sitting around just doing one. And then as soon as that finished, everyone moved to the next one. And it was just a mass of people. It's really fun. It just gets you out, catching Pokemon. catching shinies and all stuff like that. It's good fun. So I've been with Pokemon Go since it started. Played it, I think it was a few months at one point. I stopped playing. Now with the trading mechanic, the battle mechanic, it's really changed from what it was initially. So if somehow you haven't gone back to it, I definitely suggest checking it out. There's just a lot more to it. There's a lot more things happening. Events are constantly happening. You feel like playing and checking out what's going on each day. You're being rewarded with the streaks of Pokestops, doing research tasks. It's really evolved into something that I actually like playing on my mobile device, which I don't really play on. I really do enjoy it. So if you want, or if you do have Pokemon Go, feel free to drop your code below or send me a message on Instagram or something and I can add you up. What am I going to be playing next? I have decided I will jump into Psychonauts. My original plan, I think I've told you guys, was I was going to get through all the old DMC games before DMC 5. I'm not sure if that's going to be able to be done now, just because of how long Kingdom Hearts. I think it was 45 hours of gameplay all up to do the 2 playthroughs. But we will see. So I'm jumping into Psychonauts first, and then I'm going to go to DMC 2, DMC 3, and then Catherine. And then hopefully DMC arrives, or I already have it, but I guess we'll see. So as always, thank you very much for watching. Let me know if you've played any of the Kingdom Hearts games, really. What did you think of Chain of Memories? You can always drop that down below. Make sure you go follow me on Instagram as well, JamieX66. Daily posts there, and you also get some of my written stuff as well, so make sure you go check that out. Thank you very much for joining me, and as always, keep on gaming.